This next one is Life is a Meditation. Life is a meditation of moments, silken silence woven together from exquisite cloth by unseen hands. I delight in each of these infinite spaces as nothing becomes. Each molecule is at rest, peaceful. Images sharpen in the quiet dark. Words leap from the papyrus written across the ethereal scene. Understanding envelops the calm. The one I was at first entry has changed upon coming back to breath and this semblance of time. A conscious choice now to remain longer here where my soul is enriched. This place where dreams are reality. Purpose happens naturally. Life is a meditation of moments, silken silence woven together. Thank you. Right, this is called Have You Heard? And but we're not gonna do that one together. I'll do that one now. But I want to mention it on this CD. Pause for a commercial plug. Wild Joy released. I want to tell you about how that came together because that is phenomenal and amazing. Over a course of a year, call them psychics, intuitives, what you will, different people that I consulted to find out what my mission was, where I was going in life. I'd talk about the poetry and the tagline of Wild Joy. So, like most of us, I'm going to assume you might be in the same category. It took 3 people to say finally, you know, that Wild Joy poetry needs to be with music. So before it came with the book, it got to be a CD with music. And one of the last people that I spoke with was Samantha St. Julian for some type of healing and some intuition work. And she suggested that I meet a man named Tom Jacobs, who's a yoga and meditation instructor here in Kansas City, and an incredible musician. So I met him, we connected. What we did with the CD was amazing. Okay, I can't remember, there's 30 tracks on the CD. And we went into the studio initially with 48 poems. And initially, about halfway through, realized the length of the poems, we're going to have to cut it down and get it down to the 30. But everything that he did in the studio was pretty much on-the-spot inspiration. So we assumed that the sound booth, which was separated, the 2 of us in the sound booth separated by glass sliding door, was just, it was magic. And what he did on this, because he's got a beautiful voice, so if you get a chance to hear the CD, he did some chanting on this. So when you hear the poem talking about monks, imagine that, if you will. Okay. So this is Have You Heard? Monks first prayed here in this darkened cave. I do still hear their resonant voices reverberating off the damp walls of this ancient ice chapel. I sit a while to soak in the silent moments, aware I'm not alone. The monks come and go often to this place after they die. Their chanted words connect like a string of rosary beads, a bridge from then to now. Choose to listen to their ancient reveries and be surprised. For in these dialogues that remain, you will hear your own ancestral voice joining those not here in physical form. Rest assured, your breath will stop you from dying to join them. Know that within each one of us dwells this sacred place where we are blessed to go, into silent reverie with the monks. Have you heard? Have you heard the monks today? Thank you. Okay, and I'm blessed to have the accompaniment on a couple of these poems with Gerald Trimble, who would play with me all evening into the wee hours of the night, except he has a prior engagement. And I thank you for coming. All right, this is entitled Lewis Finds Spring. Chez Pepe's serve food as art, delicate servings of salmon, smoked over a wood fire, sprigs of fresh herbs arranged in a pinwheel, patrons dressed for a night in the town, servers were well versed, fine wine, the correct temperature, a subtle nose, attention to every detail, centerpieces of fresh orchids, a hue of black, purple, and white, an aromatic accompaniment to the ambience of the meal. Lewis was the man unseen by these connoisseurs, though his passion for the finer accoutrements was the common bond that bridged the deep societal gulf between the patrons and the invisible people like himself. He had carefully gathered the items for his evening repast from the dumpster behind Chez Pepe's. Chipped crystal goblet, cracked china, and a bottle of red. Rothschild's 1959. No more than 2 glasses gone. Pieces of salmon, wilted herbs, the orchids. Louis smoothed the crinkled paper over his dining room table, just down the wall from the dumpster. Set the crystal and china in proper order, arranged the salmon and the herbs, and then he stepped back to admire his good fortune before unveiling his piece de resistance. He reached beneath the cardboard table for the blue vase. As he arranged the orchids, their hues still vibrant, and their aromatic scent filled his senses. Spring, Louis thought, was the best time of year. Indeed.